We signed the truce.
Still have 37,000 troops now.
Yeah, yeah. That's a war we really saved South Korea. So when you go over there to South Korea today, they really are very thankful to the United States and they're strong allies, and they should be. Because if it wasn't for the United States getting involved, there'd be no South Korea. They'd be communist North Korea, run by crazy Kim Il-jung and his son. Anyway, these are the McCarthy hearings. The Brooklyn Public Library is a gorgeous place. I live a few blocks from there. I highly recommend visiting the public library. I live on Prospect Park, which is the only forest in Brooklyn. It's still there. Willie Mays, the greatest ball player who ever lived, in my opinion, was a giant. I was a giant because my father was from the Bronx who was a giant, and I was the only kid on the block who was a Giant fan. They were, of course, all Brooklyn fans. Marlon Brando in the 50s, On the Waterfront, other movies. Elvis Presley, icon. And then Cadillac, El Dorado with the fins.
That's your bar mitzvah picture?
Yeah, that's right. My bar mitzvah picture with
Love the
the
Cadillacs.
I put that in there. It was nice. That's actually my wife. She was a photographer. This is even better. This is Marlon Brando, and then she put me in instead of Brando. It was the same thing. God bless her. With Brando in the background. She also did the cover, which I thought was great. This is actually a photo that my mother saved, which she was able to really enlarge it, which is really good. Just a typical 50s family, looking to the future, optimistic. They talk about the country now being pessimistic. Polls say a lot of people are pessimistic. Back in the 50s, the middle class was all optimistic. Things looked great, rosy. One year was better than the next. Right. Economy was booming. Unemployment was low, inflation was low, times were good. It was very safe in my neighborhood. I played stickball. I talk about stickball. I lived for stickball for 10 years. Stoop ball, box ball,
right.
Hit the penny, flipping cards. But you could be out in the street till 10, 11 at night.
Right.
Parents didn't worry about you. You could ride the subways.
And no cell phone.
No cell phones. Also, like in the suburbs, I know, you drive your kid to this class and that class.
There you walk.
Right, there you walked. You didn't go to class. You just hung out with your friends.
To Brooklyn College when I was
Right.
about 10 years old.
Right.
To take classes on Saturday. Who would ever do that? 10 years old.
By yourself.
Or you were 10 years old, did you go into Manhattan?
Oh, I did too, on the train.
Right?
I took art class.
Never
Yeah.
went to it anyway.
Although I used to like a little bit of a bad boy. We used to, with truant occasionally, we skip high school and go to Coney Island or go to Times
You
Square.
didn't hear Frank Sinatra?
I know, Frank, no, I didn't. Did you hear Frank Sinatra?
No, I didn't do that.
That's great. I really wasn't.
That's how I always seen something, but I didn't go.
Well, the Frank Sinatra Lois was a big deal. And actually, we think of the 50s as rock and roll, but Frank Sinatra was big in the 50s.
Tony
Perry
Bennett.
Como was big. Tony Bennett, who's still around.
Oh, he sure is.
Yeah, no, it's right. But there were other music, and of course American Bandstand was the big motivator. The Lindy. And where was American Bandstand originated? Where did it originate? Philadelphia. Dick Clark, who was caught up in a payola scandal, ruined his career. In any event, you've been a great audience.
Well, thank you for bringing back the memories.
Well, thank you. And if you want the book, you can either get it today or get it on Amazon. And